All right, so Kayla Harrison has arrived at the UFC doorstep. She makes her bantamweight debut in MMA Saturday night against the former champion Holly Holm. Tail the tape here, Holm holds a 3-inch reach advantage, but at 42 years of age, she comes in as a massive underdog against the debuting Kayla Harrison. All right, Anthony Smith, Kayla Harrison with much fanfare is in the UFC. What are your expectations, not just for Saturday night, but as to whether or not she can make a real concerted title run here in the UFC?
John, I have zero expectations, if I'm being honest. And I don't mean this as a knock on Kayla Harrison. She probably hates me because I've yet to say a whole lot of nice things about her. But I'm not meaning to be negative. This whole entire experience with Kayla Harrison is about answering questions. Is she better than Ronda Rousey was when Holly Holm fought? Because I would submit to you that I don't think Holly Holm has regressed that much since the Ronda Rousey fight, and to me, technically, it's about the same fight. Kayla Harrison has spent her entire career up to this point fighting lesser competition in a different organization. That's not to knock on her Olympic medals and what she did in the judo world. It's just different. So I think that I know that Kayla gets very upset. Like, there's a lot of these haters and detractors and no one believes in me. We're not supposed to. That's your job. That's your job on Saturday nights, to make believers out of us. If she does her job and she goes in there and she makes Holly Holm look stupid like she says she's going to, I'll sit on the desk with you and I'll eat all of that. But until then, I have lots of questions, and it's her job to answer those.
Yeah, and I'm with you on that same thing. Like, it's not an insult to Kayla, but we are complimenting this organization. We're complimenting a future Hall of Famer in Holly Holm and a former world champion. I mean, how many times have we sidestepped Holly Holm? How many times have we looked at her 17 times world and kickboxing champion and said, oh, come on, that stuff isn't accurate? And then she goes out and proves just how great she is, not to mention her durability. Look, Holly Holm has been working a lot over the last few years, but specifically with Jon Jones for this fight on strategy, controlling range. That's all she really has to do. And now, that might sound simple. There's a lot of work in that. But if Holly can control range, if she can just keep her at bay for 15 minutes, she goes home with a very lopsided victory. So I am with Lionheart very much. There are some questions, and people's first time in the octagon traditionally are not their best performances. Eddie Alvarez lost his first fight, went on to become the world champion. Typically, you underperform your first time.
Yeah.
I'm bringing that up because it's a fair point.
And she's also performing in a new weight class. But as far as the fight before the fight today, on the scale, 136 pounds, passed the first test with flying colors seemingly, did Kayla Harrison.